Do not know me, my name's Elliot Kay, and I am the co-founder and the CEO of the Speaker Awards and Speaker Summit in the UK. And I'm super excited because today I get to sit down with our main event sponsors, the people that are backing us with everything they've got. And I'm gonna grill them, people. I'm gonna take them apart. I'm like, why are you doing this to yourselves? What are you doing this for? No, I'm kidding. I'm so excited to welcome Jude and Chris from Ready Steady Website, who are main sponsors for the Speaker Summit. I'm so excited to understand more about what they do, how they do it. They've already featured in the online summit earlier, not in the year, last year, where they shared how to have a well-performing converting speaker website. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And here they are with me today on a sunny day for a change. Oh my gosh, can you tell we live in Britain because I'm talking about the weather? So welcome, Jude and Chris. Chris, first of all.
Thank you. Oh, and Elliot has just vanished from our screens, but we are still live. So shall we just carry on with how we help
carry
speakers?
On. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, cool. So
I know. Before we start, actually, this is Jude, and I'm Chris, because our names are kind of interchangeable, kind of gender-wise. So
that is very true. People do often ask that to us as the first question. Which way round are you? So yeah, I know that the first question that Elliot was going to ask us was going to be, how do we help speakers? And the main way, like you said, is that we help speakers to create a website that is actually going to convert for them, that's going to get them interest, is going to get people making inquiries, and it's going to get people booking them for events.
It also makes their life a lot easier as well, because really your website is kind of like your hub. It's a big thing that we talk about, your website being your hub for everything that you do. So you'll be able to kind of put your intro scripts up there, photo downloads, put all your keynotes and topics on there. So if you're getting booked by speakers or sort of speaker bureaus or agents, they've just got one place that they can go to and get that information straight away, rather than you emailing the same thing over and over again. They can just get it straight off your website. So that is really kind of the key of what we do. We've worked with loads and loads and loads of speakers now, so yeah, we're pretty well versed in how it works.
Yeah, and I think there's a key there are key things that will follow through all speakers' websites. You know, there are key things that bookers are looking for to really find out kind of, you know, what is your keynote speech, what are the kind of topics that you talk on, what are the kind of outcomes that you have for people through the speaking that you do. So showcasing that on your website is going to be a general thing. And I think Elliot might be back in the room.
He might be back, but the lights look like they're turned off.
But he may not be back. So I'll just carry on talking. Oh, no. No, I don't know. If anyone's watching on replay, you won't have this stuff. He's back!
Oh, we
can't hear you, Elliot.
But you're back.
Can you hear me now?
Yay.
Yes.
Yay!
We just carried on talking about how we help speakers.
Yeah, we just freestyle.
Some of the key things they need on their website.
But perfect. I'm so glad I warned you that Riverside might do this. But don't you just love live streaming, right? Because then we get to do all these fun things and you get to like freestyle. So really what that was a test to see how would you fare. So I'm happy to say that you've passed the test.
Yeah.
For everybody watching, I am sorry. Riverside did crash on me. Look, I'm even sweating to try get back in. You know, but here we are. That's what you got to love about live streaming, live stuff. You know what? I know I said I'd edit it, but I think you probably added so much value that I'm not going to edit it, and we're just going to keep it because we'll just keep it real, right? Let's keep it real. Like one take wins all. So you shared a little bit about Speaker Website, but let's talk about the problem you solve for professional speakers. So let's have a little bit about that. So what are some of the things you see that are problematic when it comes to professional speakers and their websites?
I think there are a few things. I think there are professional speakers don't want to have to deal with that side of things on the whole. You know, they are speakers, they are fantastic at going out on what they do. So I think the fact that we have worked with a number of speakers over the years, we've worked with professionals in the industry, and he's gone again. So we've worked with professionals in the industry like Maria Franzoni. We've known Maria for 8, maybe 9 years now, worked with a number of her clients and people she sent her way. And so because we understand the industry so well, that's why we are so good at solving the website problem for speakers. And I think I was chatting to someone the other day who's also in the speaker world. He does a lot of speaking himself, but he also runs a business alongside it. And talking to people about the separation between them as a speaker and why you need your own showcase as a speaker, rather than just a sort of afterthought tag along onto your business website, is something that we do really well as well.
Yeah, a lot of people speak. Well, a lot of people that we work with, the actual speaking isn't their kind of main thing. And what they tend to do is they'll bolt on a page, like Jude said, and it doesn't really have the same kind of gravitas. Whereas if you actually spin up a dedicated speaker website, then you send people to that site. It's got a sole purpose about sort of showcasing you as a speaker and really sells what you do. And it's much easier to get engagement and conversions and people contacting you from a website like that.
So we answered that question, Elliot, but you wouldn't know because you vanished again.
One more go. If not, we'll pause and we'll just record one and then upload one.
Yeah.
So I do apologize on behalf of Riverside, right? That this is happening, but people are watching. That's the good news. So clearly they're watching you and not me. So you've answered the website. Now I'd love to have a carry-on question to that, but here's what you talked about: people not willing to put in the work and people, because they want to speak, right? But so you've answered the question brilliantly, and I can watch it on the replay. So what are you seeing? What's changed in the website world now with the introduction of AI and ChatGPT? Because surely the user experience now has to change to have a website that converts into bookings. Is that right?
I think what needs to change is because, yes, people will be using AI as a search engine essentially now, or people will be looking at the AI results in a search engine. I think what needs to change is you need to accept that you need to have a bit of an ecosystem on the web. Like, just having your website isn't going to be enough. You need to have content in other places as well, because AI and even the search engines now, they aren't just looking at websites for results. They are looking at other places. They're going to be drawing content from YouTube. They're going to be drawing content from social media. So making sure that you have got some kind of presence on YouTube, which is such an easy one for a speaker. Obviously, you're going to have video content, or it's easy to create it if you're speaking at events or if you're doing things like this. So yeah, it's really important to have a presence on YouTube. It's important to have some kind of social media presence, even if you don't love it. Like we don't love social media, but we make sure that something is going on a range of the platforms at least once a week to showcase what we're doing. Writing guest blog posts for people so that there's stuff about you in other places, not just in your little area of the web, is really important as well. And just putting stuff out there regularly and consistently, so that you're attracting more and more attention to your website, is really important too.
Yeah, and from a kind of search engine perspective, yes, AI has sort of changed the landscape from that point of view, but really you should definitely have a website that's up to date and current, because if someone recommends you and then they Google you essentially, or they put you into a ChatGPT or something, they need to find and surface relevant information. So the best way to put that out there is have it on a platform that you've got 100% control on. So the website having all your information on, you're 100% in control of that, what you showcase, your brand, your tone of voice, everything. There's no algorithms involved and kind of browsing experience inside your website, whereas LinkedIn might change how that works. They might not have public facing searches anymore. All that stuff you can't control, which is why the website is the really kind of key part of what you should be doing.
And I think in your content, answering questions that people are likely to be asking to find the kind of thing that you're speaking about, the kind of thing that you're offering as well, is really important, because that's the kind of content that comes up as well.
Yeah, but it's always changes. You just got to keep adapting, basically.
Yeah.
As always, brilliant. Right, let's pause it here. So everyone watching on the live stream, we're going to pause it and we're going to come up with, I'm going to pause it so we can do a proper interview. So give me a second. We'll pause it there. Unfortunately. So thanks for everyone who's watching on live stream, but we will be back with a much better version of this. So thanks for your patience. Right, let's give it a second to stop. Let's, I think we're off now. So let's if you got time, or you got a hard stop at 1:30?
We've got time.
We've got a bit of time.
We're
Yeah.
still
We're
live.
still recording now. On our end, it says oh, he's gone.
Oh, do you think we're still live though, Chris?
I don't know, because I don't know where the live stream was going to, so I can't even check.
Go on. I'm going to go on LinkedIn and see if I can see if we're live. Chris, say something, some other top tips for speaker websites while I'm checking this.
Okay, well, yeah, like I was saying a bit earlier, obviously the whole idea of the website is that it's going to be your hub. So really, all your information that goes on there should be up to date and relevant. If you've got time, it's good to have some kind of blog. So if you're kind of in the sort of thought leadership space, it's handy to have a blog. And if you are going to write a blog, it needs to be one post a month minimum, really. But don't go over the top. Obviously, we'll do daily posts and things. Oh, we are still live. So obviously a lot of speakers don't have time to do those kind of things, but there's ways around that. So if you've got speaking topics, or you've got YouTube clips, or you do Instagram reels or something, you can always transcribe those and make them into blog posts. You can get a VA, or maybe use a bit of AI to convert those into blog posts as well, because when people are searching for you online, they won't just be searching specifically for your name unless you've come up as a recommendation. They'll be searching around the kind of topics that you talk about. So if you can have ways of finding that on the site, so if you have a keynotes and topics page, that's brilliant. But also if you're writing blog posts around those topics, pushing yourself out there as an authority and a leader in your space, then that's also going to help surface your content in the right way as well. So yeah, I don't know if we're still live, and we might be live for the rest of the day. As this goes on. Unfortunately, we can't see any chats or anything on social media, so we can't even answer any questions or anything. So it's very difficult to kind of know where to go from here. But in terms of kind of sponsoring the Speaker Summit, obviously we're absolutely thrilled about that. We can't wait for the actual event coming up in the summer as well. So if you haven't signed up for that, make sure you do sign up for that.
Oh, you're
and
so
come
good.
along.
And also there's the online webinar tomorrow
Yes.
that you can sign up to find out more about the event in the summer.
Yes, there's a webinar tomorrow. There's quite a lot of people already signed up for that, so it should be quite a fun one.
I've messaged Elliot to tell him we're still live.
It's a bit like, you know, in Wayne's World when the camera just pans to Garth and he's just going, it's just kind of staring at the screen.
I mean, if we leave, will it stop it?
It might stop the stream, I guess.
I mean, I don't know how we work that out without just giving it a go. I don't know if anyone's still watching.
I think we
it,
should
so-
probably stop the feed from our end, and then everyone else can drop off, because otherwise they'll kind of be banging on. Yeah, look, we're still live. That was like 30 seconds ago.
We are, but I don't know. There are people commenting. So, do you know what? Just as a little test, if anyone's actually watching now live, can you comment right now so I can see if anyone is actually watching, or whether it's just me watching us now?
From a
I mean,
website
that's
perspective as well, one of the things that we deal with is kind of all the tech headaches. So, like, in terms of your website, like, we're having an absolute tech nightmare right now. When it comes to websites, those are the kind of things that we work on for people. So we'll deal with any technical issues or any DNS problems and server issues and bugs and all that kind of stuff. We deal with all those kind of tricky bits, and sometimes the technical aspects is what put people off getting websites or updating their websites, because it just seems like too much of a mountain to climb. So that's something, even if you don't use very silly websites for your website, find someone that is able to provide that kind of service, end-to-end service. So all you have to do is provide your content and your images and your videos, and it's job done from your perspective. So yeah.
Someone liked the guest blog post tip for SEO, so that
Oh,
was good.
Elliot's
Elliot's back.
Maybe we can stop the live feed now.
This has been fun.
Oh, we can't hear
And now
you.
we can't.
Oh, I'm glad
hear
you're loving it. I'm so happy you're loving this. But I'm gonna end the session versus just stop,
Cool. Yeah.
and then we will reconvene on the Zoom link and do this properly. So
Cool.
I'll see you
Cool.
soon.
See you in a bit.
Bye everyone.